Hello, welcome back to Aaron's 1025R Adventures. Today we're going to talk about rim guard, liquid ballast in your tires. So I took my tires off today and had to travel roughly 50 miles to go get them filled by some nice country boys who filled it up for me. The total cost was about $68. I did not weigh the rims before I went, but looking online, between Goodworks Tractor had weighed a set of Carlisle tires and rims, and I looked at the shipping weight of a tire and rim, and these weigh roughly 40 to 42 pounds. When I got back, I did weigh them once I got back. The interesting thing is, I asked them how they knew how much fluid they put in each tire. Because everything I read said you fill up the tire at about here, well, about here going this way with your stem up on top, basically to the bottom of the stem with fluid, and the rest you leave air, and that gives you a cushioned ride. Also allows for a little bit of room for expansion, whatever. So these guys, their answer was, oh, we just fill the tires all the way completely full. And then when they shove in the core, you lose some fluid, and then they pressurize it to your 20 pounds. And I'm thinking that's not very accurate. So when I got them home, I weighed them. So I think it was this tire weighed 158 pounds, and this one weighed 138 pounds. I have pictures I'll throw up there for you. Now, it didn't necessarily, I'm not sure how much that really matters. But I wasn't sure, I would rather have a little more airspace and a little less weight. So what I did was I let fluid out of here, and I'll show you a picture of how I did that. All I did was I took a milk jug, put a funnel on it. That way I can measure it as I was dumping it. I took out a roughly 1.5 gallons, and now they're both right around 139 pounds. So yes, I took out 20 pounds out of one tire, but I didn't have an easy way to put 20 pounds in the other tire. So what I would suggest, if you're going to get rim guard, and out of the videos I've looked at, these guys installed it the same way, and they just kind of watched the side of the container. I would actually go to Goodwill and buy a cheap $5 scale. Take with me, set it under there, let them fill it up while sitting on that scale, and when they think it's full, you look and see how much it weighs. And then put the air tire on there and fill it up till it weighs exactly the same. That way, they both have the same amount of fluid in it. So if this weighs roughly 40, we'll say 41 pounds without the fluid, and I weigh 139 pounds with the fluid, so I have 99 pounds, 89 pounds, I have roughly 90 pounds in each tire. So that's only roughly 8 gallons of fluid in each tire, because rim guard weighs 11, so 8 to 9 gallons in each tire. So the 150 pound one was probably correct. I just didn't have a way to add the 2 pounds into the other tire. So that's my suggestion when you go get rim guard. That way you know exactly how much you're getting in each tire. So I also run wheel weights, and I had these before I got the fluid tire. So from the factory, you use these threaded rods to put the weights on with. But what I did was I went today and got some nylock bolts for the inside and a washer. And I set that down in there, and I put the starter 70-pound weight and the additional 50-pound weight on top of it, so I would have this distance. I made a slight adjustment, and from here to here I'm 8 inches. So what I did is I put 2 lock nuts on here, and I'm going to run up this nylock nut up time 8 inches. I made a little black mark with a permanent marker. What I'll do is I'll stop when I get close. I'm going to actually put some blue Loctite on because I don't want this to move. When I take these rods off, the few occasions I have, it has one nut and lock washer on the back. I'm just going to thread that, and then that should stay in position so it always maintains my correct distance. So to run this up, I'm going to start this. It's a 3/4 inch wrench. This is a 19 millimeter on my impact, battery operated impact. I've got this double nutted, so I'll actually drive it on. Okay, so I'm fairly close right now. Yes, the nylock nut will hold it. I'm just adding the blue Loctite just for extra holding power. I just put a little drop on it. I'll actually manually run this one up. Let me check my distance. Just a little over 8. Right at 8 on that one. Let me back it up just a little bit. There we go. So I'm at 8 inches. With that being a lock nut and Loctite it in, that should not move. So like I said, from now on, whenever I have to take these off, I shouldn't have to mess with trying to make sure these are the correct length to put them back on. And rarely do you take these off, but I took them off today just for convenience. Oh, these are heavy. So I just threw a little flat washer in there. It fits right in the dimple. And then on the other side, I'm just putting a standard lock nut and washer. And I'll take my 2 wrenches and tighten this up. Now I've left these long on the back side. This is the way they came, because you can add another 50-pound weight onto these. The way this sticks out, the starter weight sits pretty much flush, and the one weight sticks out just a little bit, and it doesn't really interfere with anything. And I haven't needed 2 weights, but if I ever need it, that's why I haven't cut that off. So here's your 70-pound weight, starter weight. Now what I did, so I took safety glasses and a grinder. When I test fit this, I marked it with a marker roughly where this valve stem was, and then I just beveled this a little bit. The reason I did that is it kind of sticks down really tight against that, and it's hard to get under the edge of it to actually get your air chuck on there. So by just slightly beveling that. I'm hoping that'll make that easier. I don't know if you can see that. I'll actually take a photo of that later and drop in here. You have just enough threads there to put your other lock nut and washer on. Well, it's not a lock nut, your other lock washer and nut on the outside. So that'll fit perfectly. And then now on, whenever I remove them, I won't have an issue. So I'm getting ready to put these back on the tractor. And that's it for this video. I just wanted to tell you about what I thought about weighing the tires while you're getting them filled. There's my Rotec spacers. I took the one guide wheel off. I should have taken the deck off, but I didn't. Anyway, hopefully you found some good information out of this video. If you did, please like, please subscribe. You don't need to hit that notification bell, just check in once a month or whatever. I'm not real quick with my videos. And have a wonderful day.